Hi, my name's Wanda. I'm going to channel. That means I allow love energy to pass through me and turns into vibration and then a message for all these beautiful folks. If you like the videos and you're on YouTube, press subscribe, don't forget. And if you're on the Facebook page, Messages of Love from Beyond. Hi. Okay, so we are going to begin with some people ringing the singing bowls. And then I'll disappear and I'll see you in the end. Okay. We have gathered energetically with those who are able to allow love to flow through them. So it's important to understand that the humans that have gathered to represent mankind are allowing love energy to pass through them because they wish to be channels. They wish to be channels of love. So it's important for you also to understand your role, not just for others to know it's what you do, but for you to understand that at this energetic exchange, in this moment in time, you are love energy, which is what you have always wished to be and what you will be when you're finished and what you are before you begin. So we are pointing out to you that it's important for you to always recognize the love being that you are, that is hidden within the physical being of you. So it's important for you to notice, I am in a love space right now. Right now I can sit in ease and I can delight in my physical being and my companions who join me in love. So at this moment, you are the universe of love because you are connected together in love. But first, the human must allow it through. Otherwise, you are outside of the energetic circle where you wish to be. But at this moment, you are deciding to join with the others. So it's very important for you to understand this. You are fulfilling your highest goal at this moment. What you are capable of achieving at all times, but at this moment in this energetic exchange, you are sitting at a high vibration because you're sitting in love. And it's particularly escalated by the others that join you, for they are wishing for the same thing as you. So we wish to, there's one of you that's very highly vibrating, a particularly beautiful example of love in action. We are wondering if the newest human on the earth, not on the earth, the newest human for this gathering would like to exchange energy with the universe of love. If it is impossible for the exchange to happen at this moment, we will continue on with whatever is to be focused on during this energetic exchange. So whoever would like to begin, that is that is a good thing.
Hello. Hello.
You are very small, like a mouse. You are speaking very small like a mouse. You're not a mouse at all. You're a very, very large human being. What would you like to speak of?
I don't really know, but I just want to know what's for me today.
You are very wise as a small one. You understand this, that you're not like all those other folks who are the same age as you? Do you understand you're a little bit different than some of them?
Yes.
Is that all right with you, to be a little different than the others?
Yeah.
It's very good, isn't it? It's good to be different.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, when you're different, you have this idea that you can talk to angels and ghosts and little birds and little mice. You're able to speak to the stars and the sun. Have you ever done any of this?
No.
You have not. Have you spoken to your bears, your toys? Have you spoken with them?
A long time ago.
Oh, are you so long on the earth now that you no longer speak to things that are not, they don't look real to other humans?
Yeah.
You are. You've been on the earth so long, you have already forgotten that you're magical?
No.
No, of course you have not. For did you know magical beings are able to talk to the birds, the stars, the flowers, and the sun? Did you know that?
Yeah.
Of course you did. So why have you stopped being magical?
I don't really know.
Well, hopefully it's not because you're spending time with the old ones. Most of them have forgotten how to talk to the birds and the flowers.
No.
Be careful you don't spend too much time with the old ones. They're not having as much fun as you are. You need to have them around, of course, because they bring you food and such. But it's important for you to remember that you are a special sort of magician that may talk to toys and trees and the water. It's important for you not to forget that you are like this. So try not to spend too much time with the old ones. They get very boring and tired and they forget that they are magical just like you. For they're the same as you, they're just a little bit more wrinkly. That's the only difference. They can perform magic and talk to trees just like you can. But they've forgotten for a while now. And you are getting close to the time where you might start to forget. So it would be important for you to remember that you may talk to anything at all because they are representing magical things like angels and ghosts and fairies, all of these things. Do you like these sort of beings? Do you like fairies and such?
Yeah.
Of course you do. Who doesn't like fairies and angels? So don't forget to talk to them. And there's a particular time when it's most important for you to speak to the magical beings. That is when you are feeling alone and afraid and off by yourself. And you're afraid to tell the humans what's happening. So when you're afraid to talk to humans, you can talk to fairies and angels. All right?
Yeah.
Now, there's one more thing. Every human being that you see, the big old ones, the wrinkled ones, tell them that they can talk to fairies too, because they have forgotten a lot about this. Do you think you could do that? Not to all of them, not to the grouchy ones, to the ones that look in your eyes.
Okay.
All right. That's a good job for you. All right. Do you know how to do namaste?
Yeah.
All right. Let's just do it together. Namaste.
Namaste.
Good evening, Aaron. It's, excuse me. It's the little one's birthday today, so he's celebrating an event in his life of his turning another year old. So I just wondered if maybe you had some magic or something that you could bring to give him something special today to remember this event
When
by.
is the last time that you have spoken to fairies and angels?
That's a good question. I've spoken to angels through the work that I do, but I've never actually encountered fairies,
Or
interestingly
your
enough.
toys, or the birds, or a snail, all of those things. There comes a certain time in your life when you stop speaking to the creatures because you forget they're magical.
I could just be old and grouchy too.
So what we are referring to is a time when the magic changes. And there comes a time in the life when the little ones decide they are going to be like an adult, like a grown-up. And this is a sad time if you were to recall when your time changed, when your time went from believing in magic to disbelieving in magic. And it only takes a moment or a day where one day you were absolutely sure that you could hear fairies knocking on the window or the trees sending a message to you. And the next day you will believe without a doubt that there's no fairies and there's no leaves talking. All of a sudden things change because you try to fit in with the world of man. But it's important to remember that you all began such as this small one. You all knew how to talk to toys and believe in magical things. You had a great imagination. But it was more than imagination, it was a certain knowing. For there are small ones everywhere, without having contact with one another, that believe the same thing. And that's why it's something that is known within you, all of you. Or each does it automatically when they become small ones, without the assistance of anyone telling them such things. So it is very important to try to go back to the time of magic. For as you do so, you loosen the ties with the ego and the physical gaining and gathering of items and such. A time when things are a little bit simpler. Now, of course, you say, well, I'm too old to do this because I'm already lived in the world of man so long. But it's possible for you to go back, remember it, feel it, relive it, and smile a little bit and enjoy it, and then come back to your adult human self and bring some of it forth with you. For now, it's all left behind. But if you go back, you're able to retrieve some and bring it forth. You can't bring it all forward because you've spent too much time with humans. But you can bring some of the magic from your small time forward to this moment. And why? Why would you bother doing this exercise? So you may recall we're answering for you. So you may recall what your highest self is, because your highest self is closest to when you first entered the earth plane, before that, when you're in the universe of love. So the further back you can go, the more divinity you can recall. And what the divinity feels like is a certain amount of ease within you, where you don't worry about anything because you remember it's not all on you. It's on the group, it's on the collective. So you make decisions together and you do hard things together and you do fun things together. So it's not all on you. So you don't have to be as stressed out as you are when you're an adult, because you think I have to do everything myself to decide this and do that and build this and get that. So you become alone. You separate yourself from the love collective. So the further back you can go, the more you will feel part of something larger. And as you bring that forth into this time and age, you will feel at ease, and suddenly you'll be sending out your little antenna out to the others. Do you remember? Because I've just remembered. Is there anyone else who remembers? And as they remember, they will be drawn to you. And it will recreate the universe of love in your time and age now. So the more you remember and bring forth about being a collective of love, the more you will exude that energy. And those who are starting to remember or have remembered before will start coming towards you. And then you will be a group of lovers on the earth. What do you think of that idea? Would you like to be a lover?
I'd like to contribute to humanity as best as I can, certainly.
Yes. So as you go back and become more childlike, and remember what it's like to be childlike, but the childlike is not an action in itself. It's the response from knowing you don't have to carry the big load yourself, that you have a group supporting you. That's how you can be carefree. If you're doing all the work yourself, you can't be carefree. You're very, very busy working. You don't have time to be carefree. But when you go back, you'll remember, I just did a small part of things. I was part of a community. We did it together. We decided together. We moved forth together. What do you think of this community of love?
I don't, I as an only child, I didn't have any brothers and sisters, so I spent a lot of time by myself as a youngster. So I entertained myself, and I don't ever remember them being a group, to be honest. I just felt like I may have intuitively picked up, other energy, but I guess I'm thinking like in terms of, hearing voices or conversations with other entities. I certainly don't recall that specifically, although I did have a special friend when I was a very youngster, but he was the one that got onto all the mischief and got the blame for everything that I did. So whether he was a part of my alter ego or something that I actually perceived, I can't remember, but I remember thinking that he was very much something real at the time.
Yes, this is magical. These are magical times. And you are able to bring that idea that you've just become more concrete with you. You're able to bring that forward now because it's recalled. Because of this conversation, because of the young one that is here sharing love energy. So all of this is perfectly circular. And this is your family at this moment. And this family is triggering one another to remember the truth about being magical beings and seeing magical beings. And we use these words over and over again so that the older humans can come down a bit from this over responsible life, come down to this place where there's more room for magic. This is a beautiful word. It's a very good human word because no one's truly explained it yet. So therefore, it still eludes you. And this is important, to elude the human brain. It's not easy. So this word is very good for this energetic exchange. Is that good for you?
Very good. Thank you.
Let us do namaste.
Good.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Hi, Aaron. I have a question for you. So when I went to sleep last night, I had visions in my head. We call them dreams. And I want to know where did these come from? Do they have any special meaning to us?
They are lovely escapes from your human life, are they not?
Yes.
Because you're not able to live that way from day to day. You are flying and other people are coming who are deceased, and there's animals talking. All sorts of strange things happen. So it is a place of magic that you return to. So you don't have to be the over responsible human all of the time. It would be dreadful for you to spend your sleep time analyzing data and paying the bills. Your sleep time is your time to be free. It's your time of highest ease. You let go of all the rules of mankind. You're able to be free. So when you are not awake, your sleep time, you are free to dream, to live, to be in a magical forest. And you, of course, will see fairies and angels, and the trees will talk, and the water will talk. All of these magical things happen that we are saying you lived as a small one. So the small ones are able to live it when they are awake, but the adults must live it when they are sleeping. So there's great constraints about how you spend your time in humanity. You must be busy and do this, and you must look this way and do this and paint that and all of this. There are certain rules. And the only time when you're able to let go of the rules are when you are no longer awake. So this is your highest time. And the word dream is absolutely perfect for this word, because you're able to dream your highest dreams. Whatever it is you want to solve, you go to sleep and say, I can't figure that out. Go to sleep, you figure it out. The trees will do something, or the humans will come and interact with you and they'll solve it for you. You just hand it off. Take these worries, why don't you? And because the time, so that is the practical part of it. You're getting things done by not doing anything and getting out of the way and minding your own business. But there's another part of it, yes, that's fun. But the other part of it is that you are able to rest your physical being, because your body cannot physically stand to be awake any longer than it is. So it's a rest time for your physical body, and your body says, I'm out of here. So what happens when your body's out of here? What's left? Imagination, connection with the universe, your intuition. All sorts of magical things happen when your body says, I'm out of here. This is your higher self, believe it or not. This is your higher self at playing it at the sleep time and figuring things out without the terrible burden of the physical body. They think it's a terrible burden, you don't. In the daytime, you love your body and all of that. But in the nighttime, when you are asleep, you're free, your mind, your connection with the universe, your intuition, all of that is free to do what it will. It is held throughout the day by tight restraints. You're not able to dream. You're not able to do that. Don't do that. Don't do this. Don't do that. All day long. Don't. But at night you say, okay, do whatever you want. It's a free for all. It's a party. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. You can fly, you can dig a hole in the ground, you can talk to people who have passed, you can do anything. The dogs can dance, anything at all. So you're limitless when you're in the sleep state. You have no constraints, you have no rules. No, the dog can't talk. There's no sense of logic like that. No, there's none of that at all. And you know it because you have experienced it, as you have said. So there are many things that happen during your sleep time. And you can't always say, this means that, and that means this, and this means this. It's not exactly that. It's the free-for-all for the imagination, the mind. All of the worries can float away, all of this. So there are many good reasons for the sleep time. It's very important. And the body then can rest and chill out. So it will be ready to dance and sing and everything else it has to do the next day. For it is a time then of separation. So you're no longer physical, you're free, without the constraints of your physical body. That didn't really answer your question, but it's the answer to what you are truly asking. Does that make sense to you?
It does, yes. Thank you.
Let us do namaste. Namaste.
Okay.
Hi, Erin.
Greetings.
How are you doing today?
You're very perky.
Good.
You are very perky. Not us. We don't care about that.
I'm not sure what to ask today, so I'm just gonna say whatever you feel like sharing or what you pick up on me that you would like to share with the group.
Well, I think the word perky is very important to explain. Well, perky is very excited for no reason. You don't even know why. You're excited and you're energized and your voice is high. You feel electrical. Your hair's standing out. If it could stand out, it would.
Yeah.
This particular word is important because it has to do with magic. That's the theme, if you've noticed or not. So this part of you that's perky is responding to energy. It's your body's response to energy, which means a moment before you acknowledge something was happening. You acknowledge, oh, something's going on here. There's something exciting, something wonderful, something magical, and I'm going to be part of it. That's very important for you. I'm going to be in. I'm in. I don't want to miss it. So your body picked it up first, and the emotion reacted, and then this caused you to be this perky state. So it would be important for you to start noticing your body noticing. So it's one step behind. It's one step behind the emotional response. So you may start to feel, oh, that feels very good. I like that feeling. Oh, it's all hot and tingly right here. So you may come back to the body focus and feel where it is. Where is this excited, perky feeling from? Where in your body, you see? You'll start, oh, you're such a good student. You're answering the question. We just keep on talking, you know. So this is one particular thing, but you can do this with everything. So anytime you all of a sudden you feel so sad or you feel awful, where do you feel awful? See, you turn it into a little game with yourself. Oh, now I'm going to kick something. Why? Where's that? Where's the kicking? See? So you'll be able to come right back into your body and figure out where all of these things are. Oh, sometimes they're hidden behind other things because they don't want you to find them. But the more you look, the more it will understand you care. Oh, so you do care about us. You care about what's being held within us. You care about the blood rushing through our veins, and you care about my organs. Because they're not always sure. Your body's not always sure you care about it. Not just you, all of you. So in order for you to reassure your body you care about it, you have to start noticing. Oh, what are you telling me? What are you telling me? So it's easy to become, notice only the emotions. And for some that's advanced, but we're speaking for you and those that are gathered here. The emotion is after. The emotion's not the only thing that happens. Something happens before. So you are quite capable of going back from the emotions, and you have a lot of emotions through the run of your life. So after a while, you'll start doing it more quickly because you're doing it all the time, because there are many running through you. So as you feel it, say, where was that? And without, it's important not to judge whether it's happy, where was that? Angry, where was that? Same voice. So it's not a judgment of where was that, not that. It's just noticing, oh, where was that? Curious. So it doesn't matter if it's good or bad or sad or happy or angry, whatever. It all gets the same reaction. What was that? Where are you? Where are you? In my body. So this is important for you. Then you will become more finely tuned. And this is important for you. This is good for you to become finely tuned. And then you will be aware of the way you move through the world and the way you treat your body. So each emotion, each thing that is put into your mouth, each thing that happens to you physically, all of it, you can ask your body about it. You see, as you become more finely tuned from the emotional response backwards, you'll start to say, oh, look at this. Would you like it? Oh, you do? All right, let's have it. Oh, we're going to run up that mountain. What do you think? Good? Bad? You see? And it will be you'll be more complete. You will feel integrated. Your emotions sometimes are not contained within your body or around it. You can shoot your energy off pretty far. So if you're able to bring it back into your body, you will become more confident and assured, because you will, and you'll be able to teach others this. But first you must do it yourself. So from the emotional response, pull it in and say, where are you? Very neutral voice. What do you think of this?
I love it.
That's your only response, because that's the way you see life. It is the way you see life during this energetic exchange.
Yeah.
Let us do namaste.
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 Hi, Erin.
Hello to you.
How come when some humans are really happy, others get annoyed?
Oh, it is very different vibrations. When you are high, your vibration is, it can shoot out into other people's space. And other people, some have large spaces, some have small. They hold it in tight to them. So those who have a small space, they don't take up much room in the world, and they can take a lot of other people's emotion, because they keep theirs very tight to themselves. Now, some that are sort of open can feel the energy coming into their space, and they're annoyed because they're saying, hey, this is my space. Well, why is your energy in it? I've not invited you in. Stay outside of it. So that's the annoying. And just as we have spoken a moment ago, the annoyance comes after. So first they would be, you're in my space, get out. Then they are annoyed. You see, it goes backwards from the emotion. So there are very different humans with very different spaces around them. And some let other people's energy in happily. Some love it. Some want to give me more of your energy. Give me it, give me it, give me it. And some take too much. Some don't let any in. Some keep it tight, so a lot of energy can come pretty close to them and they don't get into their space. Those are the ones they are balanced really, and they are sure how they are. So it doesn't really matter what goes on around them. They have a shield of protection sort of around them, and nothing really can enter. But those that are not sure and they're out a little bit, lots of chaos can happen, and they will become irritated, not just by happiness. They will become irritated by anger, by sadness. They are the folks that you can read on their face what's going on around them with other people. Not necessarily themselves, because they're often not sure what's going on with them, but they can read the other's emotions. Oh, this is happy, now I'm happy. Oh, this is angry, now I'm angry. You see? So there are many different types of humans, and much different spaces. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does actually.
What about you? What kind of space do you think you have around you?
I think I change.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what causes the change?
Energy.
Your energy, the energy of others.
I think I am affected by the energy of others. I'm very sensitive too.
Yes, you are. So by looking at your face, you would know how someone else was feeling.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy this?
Sometimes, yeah. Yeah, because it helps me to understand.
And sometimes it's fun to live someone else's happiness, but it's not fun to live someone else's anger.
No.
And that's the difficult part, because you don't get to choose. So when you're open to others' energy, you're open to it. Can't say I'm only open to the happy, good stuff.
It's everything.
You're open to everything, yes. So it will be a conscious decision on your part, if you wish, if it's worth it to you, to have all of the good and all of the bad. But as you become more, this is just something for you to see if it sits with you or not. As you become more confident and assured in who you know that you are, you have always not been sure of who you are. You've been, the way other people have seen you is the way you have become. But as you become more aware and confident and sure and firm in who you are, you will be less affected by the happy and the sad and the angry.
Right.
Because you have great potential for staying in a space of connection. You actually have a very large connection with the universe, the heavens. Do you feel this?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yes. When you move out of it, you lose it. But when you stay in this alignment, we would call it, this knowing, this place of everything and all is well, and you're connected to the universe. And when you sit in this place more often, your energy will become more regulated. It will not be so sporadic. It will come in and it will stay as it is. And you'll be less affected by the good and the bad.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Let us do namaste.
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 Hi, Erin.
Hello.
Right now I feel like I'm in like this place of limbo. Like I don't know what I'm doing. It's a really strange place, and I just wondering if you have anything to say about that.
Sometimes a place that you call this word, this is not a very good word for you, because this word is used for, it came about through the human use of religions. So this word has a very heavy meaning. So it will create a certain sadness within you if you use it. So it's better for you to choose another word, and we'll give you one. We will call it a place of neutrality. So a place of neutrality means you're not up or down, but you're also waiting. So this place of neutrality can be a place of peace, as long as you have hope and a certain knowing that whatever is after this place of neutrality will be good. If you become worried or anxious that something bad will happen, the place of neutrality and peace becomes limbo. For limbo is the place where you go where you weren't good enough. All right? Now, did you get that?
Yes.
Yes. Very important. Limbo is not a place of goodness. It's a place of penalty. So that's not a place for you. For you are wonderful and gracious and loving. So it's not a place for you. A place of peace, that's the place for you. Place of neutrality where you wait and rest for the next wonderful event, that's a place for you. Where you just catch your breath until you go on to an exciting adventure, that's the place for you. You see? It's quite different, but it's the same place. It's a place where nothing is happening right now. So it's a waiting place. Perhaps you could think you're waiting to in line to get an ice cream cone. You see, that's a different kind of waiting. You're waiting because you know something exciting is going to be at the end. You're waiting in line to go on a ride. Oh, that's a good place to wait. You don't mind waiting there because you're excited about what is happening next. Now, this is very precise and important for you to understand because you know that you can be affected now by what you're predicting next. You're that human. So predict something wonderful happening next. Something magical, something fun, something lighthearted, something joyful. That's what's happening next after you're done taking a rest in this quiet place. So it's very important for you to be precise in your words and your thoughts because they are the same. Do you understand what we mean?
Definitely. I never understood, I never knew limbo came from that background, and it makes sense because yes, when I'm in a limbo spot, it definitely creates sadness. So I like how you've worded that. Thank you.
Yes.
Mhm.
Let us do namaste.
Yes. Namaste.
Are there others who wish to speak? Are we complete?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
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 May we have the ringing of the notes.
Back.